Hey yo YouTube, I am here to continue talking about my D&D game. In our last session we left off where we just finished a big fight against werewolves. When we pick up, Beck calls Onyx over and points out the symbol that I mentioned in last session that was on the ground and says that that she recognizes from that world, from her world, as a symbol of the Black Spiral Dancers. She says that on her world, they're uh, they're known for worshiping Mother Yorg, and that it's common for them to. Most vampires know about them because werewolves will try to hunt or eat a vampire on sight. Um, She says that the big white ones are called white howlers. Um, it takes us a while to really get things going in this session because Nina's character or Nina's player, uh, every time they put their cohorts, Kotaku, and this has been going on ever since Kotaku's been part of the party, and the other two, it keeps getting deleted. So they spent a long time trying to figure that out. And then on top of that, Raw Rights player right here either, and he told me earlier this week that because of his work he might not be here for a while, so he lets me take him over and lets me kind of do whatever I want with him for the next however long. Uh, so I'm at the same time trying to put together his character sheet or what we know of his character sheet because at this point I don't have it. I've recently got it though. Eventually though, I do ask Beck like if lycanthropes are common in her world, and she kind of says that werewolves are the most common, and she has seen the I can't remember what they're called, the wild dog type lycanthropes that we fought in the beginning of this campaign. Eventually, she is like, yeah, I guess they are pretty common. Uh, then the party starts to move on. We kind of see a tunnel throughout this like cave that we're in that leads out of it. Actually, I want to say it's a door. We approach it, or I end up taking initiative and going forward, opening it up, and the DM tells us that we see a huge battle of a bunch of, and we see like what we see on the map is a bunch of the Black Spiral Dancer werewolves fighting against these like ugly looking vampire I think he said they're kind of undead looking, kind of flesh and stuff. Um, I don't know if he says we see the griffin yet, but I know there is a griffin on the map, and he says something that's riding it, and at the time I didn't catch it. But again, I have the battle map up, so let's old school DSP it and take a look. So we start off near this doorway here, and I would say I'm about there, and the rest of the party is behind us. Now we see these, like I said, these ugly vampire things here fighting against these black spiral dancers. Um, Initially, and they're just fighting everywhere. Um, we do end up getting a surprise round on them, so the DM does let us go, even though uh, as you can see, they pretty much want initiative. But then it's pretty much all of it's Nina's characters and then Raw Right, who I'm controlling this week. Because Onyx was resurrected by a vampire. It's kind of unclear who we should target. So it's kind of like, these could this be the same group as last time? I'm doubting it since they kind of said they were ugly looking and stuff. Like, whenever it is my turn, I do ask, like, is there any similarities? And I think the DM just straight up said no. But there's like a werewolf right there at the beginning of I want to say a white howler. Um, I know Nina's player is like really pondering what to do, and I just say we know one side's black spiral dancers. Um, so he ends up attacking them. I want to say I want to say Ivan moves to about right here, or I want to say it's here. And these two, whatever, it. So pretty much the first round we just attack the werewolves. Uh, these two vampires do attack Ivan once when it starts. I don't really know raw right spells, and the DM just gave me a bunch of cure light wounds and told me I could tweak them when I was if I want to. So I end up putting like a lot of buffs. Like early in the fight, I do a spell called Good Hope, which gives everyone a plus two to attack, plus two to damage. Um, at one point, I put Blur on Onyx Scar. I put Rage on a Kotaku. Um, a few other things. Like I only use like my thing twice. My hand crossbows. Um, as we go further in, we do start to see these these people. If the DM pointed it out, see, I want to say the DM pointed it out whenever he mentioned the Griffin, but I didn't catch it. But as the fight's progressing, at first when I first see these, I think they're like high level vampires that are just watching. And eventually, I asked the DM, like, are they fighting down here? And he says, yeah, they're fighting everywhere. And he mentions that these are humans. And that's when Rob's player catches it too. Like, oh, there's some humans. That's something we could work with. Again, that's when I realized where we are because one of the places we're supposed to go to is gonna have supposed to have Amazon women in it. So that's probably where. And it ends up being a really long fight. Eventually, we wear down all the ones that are in our general area, and then the DM wraps it up. Uh, future predictions, like I said, I'm pretty sure those are Amazon. So when we start next session, I'm probably gonna tell Nina and Beck to take the lead, and for everyone else to keep their mouth shut. Uh, Hopefully the Amazons already know something about the doors and the Wemmicks, uh, so things won't end up taking that long to get the ball rolling next session, or the Amazons won't be too hostile towards us. Um, Sorry, besides the big fight, didn't really have much to talk about this session, but you want to know what happens, check out my next video. You want to know the whole story, watch all my videos, and check you later.